Welcome back, everyone, to Pineleaf on Board, where we are today returning to Race for the Galaxy because last time we played just the base game, and this time I am going to be adding cars from all of the expansions. Though I won't be using the modules, no takeovers and no RVI scenario, they just won't fit into my playstyle, at least not for the moment. But I am adding goals, so we'll have some additional goals to go after in addition to our standard one for some extra victory points. And I am still going to avoid the two-player experience since I think that'll add more time to the game. And of course, we want this to be nice, short, and sweet, right? All right. I am given two options here as to which one I take. I could either take Earth's Lost Colony, which is heavy on trading, and also New Sparta. I'm going to take New Sparta because I have never quite gotten the feel of the military style on it, so perhaps this will give me an opportunity to try that out. Let's see what the goals are. Maybe I should, and I'll select these based on that. Let's see. First, budget surplus. First to discard cards by exceeding your hand limit. I don't know if I'm going to manage to do that one. Be the first to place a 6-cost variable victory point development. Note, Pan-Galactic Research is not a variable VP development. They just wanted to make sure that you knew that before you go around and playing that one in there. Uplift Knowledge. First to have 3 uplift cards. Well, I'm not too sure if I'm going to manage to. Looks like the AI is starting with an uplift card because the AI are already. Oh no, that's just AI. Never mind. Right, so 3 uplift cards. Let's see. Galactic Riches. First to have 4 goods at the same time. Well, I may have trouble doing that. So it looks like it's not going to be very easy on a military plan. But greatest military, highest military total 6 plus, ignoring temporary specialized military. So that means I'm going to need quite a bit, but I'll be starting out with +2. So I'm hoping to pump that up a little bit. And I have the Space Marines here, so I should be able to quickly get that up to a high level. And I also have drop ships. So if I can get those two developments out, I can have 6 plus pretty easily. And research leader, most explore 1 powers 3 plus. All right, I'll have to see if I could do that. I've really not gone into explore powers before, but we could try that. So this is the main one I'm going to be going to do the 6 plus in there. See if I get some of the others along the way. Now I have to get rid of 2 of these. Obviously, I want to keep these 2 developments, which means get rid of that. And there's no way I'm going to. Rebel Stronghold, 9. I'll need 9 in order to take over the Rebel Stronghold. That's not going to be easy to do, especially at this stage of the game. Yeah. So I'll just get rid of that and head along. So now let's see what's the best option to do. Let's start out by pumping up my military a little bit. Damaged alien factory. I need 3 military in order to take care of that. So obviously I'm going to need to pump up my military before I can do. And oh, devolved uplift race. That's an uplift card. Actually, that might be a good idea to start out by placing that. So let's do that. All right, I'll take care of that way. So I've got the first uplift card, I believe, if I understand that properly. Yep, I got one. There you go. Now let's see. For this turn, let's bring out the Space Marines. Now, if I bring out the space, oh, actually, they only cost me 1. So let's try development then, and bring out the. Oh, yes, of course, hit OK. Let's not try to get things too fast. Whoa, yeah, get rid of that. That's completely off my strategy. And then... Oh, I could take over that because I've got 4 military now. All right, so I've got quite a bit going on already on the military. So I've already got 5 victory points to 2. So looks like my opponent is doing the trading system. Oh yeah, galactic trade emissaries. Definitely is going to be going for trade. That's for sure. And I think I'm going to need to get some more cards. Ooh, well, what does this do? May place a military world as non-military. Yeah. Well, obviously, I really don't need that. Let's get rid of that. Okay, good. And I am grabbing the military worlds like crazy. That gives me a total of 5. So I just need 1 more point in order to get that done. I am going to need those drop ships eventually. Yeah, and my opponent, of course, is grabbing up the trading route like crazy. So I have to keep an eye on that before anything goes on in there. Let's see. What am I going to be needing? Well, might be a good time to... Do I get anything here? Discard a card to produce an alien tech. Ooh. Rebel Katina. Place military world as a non-military cost equal for each rebel. I don't think I have any rebel worlds at the moment, so I guess that's really something that I don't need. Is what I'm thinking of. What I'm going to do is discard a card to gain an alien tech. That might be a nice thing to do. So I want to be able to at least... All right, and I'll get rid of the cantina. Good. So I actually have a couple of cards now. That's going to be useful. So if I trade, I could be able to get a number of items in there. But right now, what I need are cards. Oh, yes, alien tech brings in lots of cards. Yes, 7 of them. All right, that's what I want. Good. That means now I can get my drop ships in and have my huge military force. So let's get the drop ships. Good. And it's going to cost me 3 cards. 4 additional military towards rebel military worlds. That's not a permanent one. Plus 1 per extra military world. Actually, that's going to be pretty good to have in a long run. Let's see. Alpha Centauri, no. Pack, no. Imperium troops. Plus 1 military, plus 1 additional military for against rebel worlds. Okay, that's a development that I want to keep. Reduce cost of rare worlds by 1. Well, I will discard that. So I get the plus 6. Now the problem is this is not permanent. If my opponent surpasses me, then I'll lose it. But at the rate things are going, I suspect my opponent is not going for military at all. And it's not... Oh, I may place a world, a rebel underground. Oh, yes, of course, because this is a military world. I got plus 8. That's nice. And that means that... do that. All right, I'm a... Oh, let's see. Oh, what are they doing? Looks like they're producing some stuff. All right, see, I'm at 18-9, so I do currently have an advantage on that side, and mining robots are, yeah, it must produce because I suddenly have something right there. Do I have any consumption abilities? Probably not, because I haven't been going for that very well. Yeah, that's right. The only thing I have is the 2 extra cars when gaining a good there. So I have to keep that in mind. Is there anything I can do? Okay, I got the +9 there. +1 rebel. So all I have to worry about is to get that 9. If that 9 item card comes out again, then I could take something there. Is there anything I want to get here? I need some extra cards, and most likely I'm not going to get. Actually, do I have? That's a gray world. All right, so I can get something this by discarding a card. Mining robots. All right. Let's just do a search action for now. Let's not turn this into a game of analysis paralysis. Right, right. Oh, I definitely don't want that one. Actually, I think I want to try to get things done as quickly as possible so that my opponent doesn't have a chance to get that engine running on gaining as much as possible. Draw 1 card. Okay, so I can draw 1 card in that phase. Nothing else going on there. I think this research lab may come in handy because I do need at least a secondary set for there. So let's do a development. So let's just dump everything else. So we both gained a little bit out of that. See, still, no one's grabbed any points from here yet. So no one's turned on a VP production engine yet. I'm out of cards, so obviously I need to either. So yeah, that's useless for gaining cards. So let's just do the usual system and choose an action. Oh, I managed to keep everything there. Then let's see. I want to get -1 or +1 military to place novelty worlds. All right, and this is. Oh, this actually has a decent. A decent item here. The only problem is I don't have any way to place it at the moment. I guess I'm just gonna have to do another scouting run here and get rid. I may place a development. I must have missed that I have a special ability that allows. Oh, keep 1 extra card. Okay, there we go. And this is research leader. Oh, I'm 1-0 in there, but you need to be at least 4 in order to do something. Okay, may place a development. Contact specialist. I certainly don't want that. And colony ship. Discard from Empire to place a non-military world at 0 cost. Cannot be used on alien worlds. Okay, I guess that makes sense. You could put in, it's not worth much, but if you could have a high price world, you could then gain it quickly if you do that. I guess that's deficit spending. Discard up to 2 cards for 1 VP apiece. These VPs may not be doubled. Let's place that. Let's get rid of that. And let's. Boy. Oh, this pay 1 more card for the colony ship. Yeah, there we go. And let's go to what I want to do here. I want to get this thing, and of course I need investment credits. Nah. Deficit spending, or the last upward. Okay, I think that's that's right. That special card doesn't work on alien worlds anyway. He grabs a 6. Well, that was a... He snuck by on that one, and now he's catching up, so that's the problem. I think it's a good time to finish the game. See, the last of the uplift. Now, how am I doing on uplifts? I only have 1, though, so that's the problem. Whatever I do is going to close the game. Now, this is worth 3 and 2. All right, just get rid of that. All right, that finishes up my empire, and 24 to 19. All right, and that shows what we've got on with this particular setup on here. So that's with the military. I haven't tried a military strategy before, so it can work. It looks like I'm going to need to bump up the AI a little bit, though, in order to have a little bit more challenge, because it looks like I'm starting to get a little above that. Though I'm pretty sure the harder one is going to crush me the first few times I try it. But that is Race for the Galaxy. That is with all of the expansions that are... Well, actually, I think there's one more expansion that I don't have in here. Those are the 3 that I currently have, at least. And this time we used that plus the bonus items in here that we did not get as brothers. So neither of us dumped our cars. Neither of us got 3 uplift worlds. None of us got all 4 goods. I thought my opponent would try to go for that, but I suspect the AI doesn't know too much about these things. They either get them or not. They don't have the forethought to go after the bonuses, perhaps. And then the research leader to have the most of these, and we had 1 of those, and neither of us had 3 at least of that. So that finishes that. So how do we... Yeah, there's the score. So let's... Done. Now, I think, yeah, there is this 1 more brink of war. As conflict spreads, galactic prestige becomes all important in both extract concessions and aliens. Can you build the most prosperous and powerful space? And I think that this all depends on these things. And I'm just not too keen on the war modules that come in those. So I'm most likely not going to bother with that one. I may change my mind after looking deeper into it, but for now, I think this will work well. Maybe I'll experiment with the 2-player experienced and some of the other things. But for now, that is a Race for the Galaxy, which is, as I said, the slightly older sibling of Roll for the Galaxy, which I played before. Last time I played it without the expansions, this time with the expansions, with the goals module. And next week we'll have another new game, and I'll see what that is when we return next time for Pineleaf on Board.